male, that God has a gender.
Well, that's very simple, man. God doesn't have big biceps and facial hair. When we say God is he, the only reason we say he is because we don't have a personal neuter pronoun. The only neuter pronoun we have is it. And God is not an it. God is a personal being who loves you.
Now, this is the patriarchal bullshit. The reason why God is referred to as a male in this Judeo-Christian religion is because of the patriarchy taking over and trying to dominate everybody through the male phallic. That is why you're calling him it, a him. There are other pronouns you could have used. You could have said them or they, since it's in the ancient writing that says Elohim, meaning both gods and goddesses. Now, the more accurate, as this woman was trying to express, is that this deity, in order for the law of generation to occur, you have to have both masculine and feminine energy in balance in order to manifest or create anything. And if this deity created the entire universe, then this deity would have to have been both masculine and feminine. Therefore, if you wanted to give it something more gender to our mindset, then you would say the hermaphrodite God created, not he created. So that would actually be a more appropriate version of it.
It's pretty good news, isn't it?
Well, some people would disagree with you, but...
On what basis? Why would someone say, "Ah, shoot, God loves me, I hate
that"? But if only it was that simple, but it's not.
Well, doesn't the Bible say that if someone doesn't believe in God and accept him into their heart, that they're going to eternal damnation?
Yes.
How can something love me and also want to give me pain? How can something love me conditionally? That's not love. Love is unconditional. And if God loves me, then he, she, it is not sending me to eternal damnation.
All right, all you got to do is think carefully. What does the Bible say about hell? What it says crystal clearly is, heaven is relationship with God, together with God. Hell is separation from God. And because God is tolerant, and because God respects your free will, God refuses to force you to live life now with him and then haul you into heaven to spend eternity with him. Instead, he respects your free will. And if you choose to live your life separate from God, you have that right. He's tolerant. He respects your right. And he's not going to force you to spend eternity with him in heaven. If you want to live your life separate from him, you'll spend eternity separate from him. That's hell.
What in the 3 levels of hell? That was some good made up bullshit right there. He agreed that you go into eternal damnation. The first thing he said was yes. You go in, when she said you go into eternal damnation. Damnation doesn't sound like, oh, well, you don't want to be with me, then fine, just go off on your own and do your own thing. But if you wanted to be with me, then just come on and believe in me and you can live with me. But if you don't, you just go over there and just do your own thing. And, I'm not going to have anything to do with it. And you can just enjoy yourself however you choose to please to enjoy yourself. No, damnation is a negative term of torment, my guy. So you are all kind of bullshitting on that one. But he gonna try to clean it up a little bit in the next.
Separate from him, that's hell.
So hell isn't like Dante's Inferno?
That's right. Dante didn't know about hell.
We agree on that.
Correct.
So hell isn't this eternal pain and anguish. It's just me not being with God?
Well, wait a second. You're a beautiful woman. You have gifts. You experience pleasure. You obviously have a brilliant mind. Those are all gifts from God. And when you're separated from God, you're separated from the one who gave you all those good gifts. It ain't going to be a party. Because you're separated from the one who has blessed you with all the tremendous gifts that you enjoy.
We got to talk about this. So basically, his cleanup of the bullshit that he said earlier is that every good thing that there is about you is a gift from God. Your beauty, your charity, your lovingness, everything that's beautiful about you is a gift from God. But since you don't want to dwell with this God, then all those beautiful things that make you who you are, those gifts from God, as he calls them, are going to then be taken away from you. And with all of those things taken away from you, then only the negative aspects of who you are will then exist. And those negative aspects of everybody who did not choose this God will be the only thing that exists. And that's where the gnashing of teeth and the damnation and all of these things uh, will be. But did not God create those things as well? Every negative thing about you. And Isaiah, he says he created all the calamity or slash evil. He created all those things as well. So if he's going to portion you into being, take the good part away from you, living in some etherical space, and then only the negative part, he's going to leave you with that. How is that a loving God? If he's purposely saying that, well, since you didn't want to be with me, I'm going to now take away your free will, although he said he respects your free will to be a good person, your free will to be a charitable person, your free will to be a nice person, to be a loving person. I'm going to take all those free wills away from you, and I'm going to leave you with only the free will of yourself that is negative, so that you will then live and dwell in a place where everything is evil and corrupt. How is that this deity respecting your free will if he's now taking away from you the parts of you that make you? How is that possible? That is this God saying that if you do not want to be with me, I'm going to punish the fuck out of you. Plain and simple. There is no respect of free will. This man just mumbo jumbo his way around this girl's question because he knows that the true answer is you either love this God or he's going to punish you. That you don't, that he doesn't have respect of your free will, that he doesn't respect you, period. That is all about his selfish, narcissistic, egotistical mentality to have a bunch of slave people worshiping him day in and day out for all eternity so that he can feel better about himself because he's a patriarchal, insecure, genocidal maniac. That's this deity. And he does not want to admit this. This pastor, this guy, does not want to admit this. So therefore, he sings and dances his way around it with a whole bunch of bullshit. The three levels of hell, I tell you. But y'all have a great day. And remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non negotiable. Good journey.